Good morning. I feel the need to reflect out loud on this idea of alignment. Last night I took a video and I said something along the lines that alignment is obsolete. It's already so there. We don't have to maintain this process of alignment. It is no longer necessary. And even from that state, it was very much a knowing. This morning, it feels like that process is leaving, is uninstalling. There's a separation with that relationship. So I'm waking up with this feeling and this desire to expand and to understand it just with words, with my mind. And as I was getting ready, I was making the bed, and I thought, okay, let's listen to a reading. And within that reading, one of my favorite YouTubers, Pyramid Energy, she was talking about the coherence, right? The ultimate goal is this coherence between the heart and the mind so that we can feel aligned with life or in life. I forgot exactly how she said. But the way she presented that coherence, just so we can feel aligned, just clicked that indeed this alignment is just an illusion, is simply, I'm going to exaggerate here, but maybe not. It's yet another pacifier for us to feel better about life, for the body to feel more at ease with the flow of life. And this, to me, kind of connects with this question, right? Do we have free will? No, I know very clearly you don't have free will. And at the level of awareness that you do have free will, you don't care to have free will. Not the way we understand, at least, right? So the level of awareness where you do have it, control becomes a funny thing. And so, even though we know this, but now that I'm feeling how this idea of alignment is moving away, what I'm left with feeling is how available I am. And I was talking about this column, right? This channel around my head, around starting from my shoulders. And when you allow yourself to be present, it's just a shift in attention, right? You are the flow. You are the wave. You are the potential. You are non-local, however you want to call it. You're so available to everything that it just feels naked. It feels so transparent. It feels like the things that you are attracting, and I was talking about this Bernoulli effect, right? Because as you are flowing, and you don't feel like you're flowing at high speed, because everything else around you is also moving at the same rate. So you're feeling very, very still. You just know that you're moving and you're creating this momentum, which then lowers the pressure of this channel, and through that negative pressure, you attract things. But through this availability, at least this is what's happening this morning, right? It's a little bit uncomfortable to the body as this alignment, the idea of alignment leaves. What's left is this transparency, and you know that the things that you are attracting see you. They see your desires, but they also see everything else, right? Your doubts, your resistance, your hesitation, all of it. And it provides them with this map. It's kind of like a traffic pattern, right? It's like, oh yeah, I see it now. I see how I get to the center. And I meet this particle of the wave whenever it collapses. I see that roadmap. And because of this natural transparency, this huge availability, it feels like my heart is naked. Like, oh my God, I'm in the open. There's nothing for me to do. Not even the processing of letting go of this idea of alignment. I don't have to do that. And maybe that's why I don't process it as a loss. I see it as an ending. It has completed. It's moving along. It's separating. But there is no sorrow with that at all. There are a lot of turkey vultures around here right now because there's a dead deer not too far away. And there's been a lot of commotion in our yard. And very interestingly, it reminds me of the Five of Swords. And I can relate how this availability that I'm in right now is welcoming even the Five of Swords, right? The Five of Swords is like change in perception, change in a way of thinking, change in habits, in thinking patterns, right? The traffic pattern has changed. But it brings me to another point, and that is the way I perceived coherence. It's funny because the reader, Gunzi is her name, she was really mentioning that that's the ultimate, right? It is the ultimate. It's the natural state. We are that already, and it kind of reminds me, I had a similar transition when it came to grounding. I can't possibly ground. I am because I am grounded. I would have to become ungrounded to reground because I am so the planet. There's no difference between the tree and the plants and everything in her, physically attached through the roots, but my roots are so energetic and very real anyway. So I can't possibly ground because it just is, right? And this is a very similar thing with this alignment that we are processing, I think, at this moment. But it lets me reflect on how I was viewing this coherence. I was thinking that the brain and the heart are literally having to be in the same frequency space, or of the same frequency family, let's just say, to create this harmonic order. They have to be in balance with each other, which then creates this alignment. But see, now I understand that this alignment, it's not because they're in the same frequency family and they're vibrating right within the same frequency or whatever. It's not the same vibration at all. They are on different planes, because right now I know the heart is leading, the mind is way behind the way we know the mind to be. The model of mind that we have is way lagging. So by my old definition, I could not possibly be in coherence. And I know, due to my clarity, due to the state in which I am, that I'm in the most coherence that I've ever been in. And so I know that this alignment, if it does exist, it is not linear. It is, or it is not in that idea that, you know, if I'm using a very crude comparison here, it's not that the heart is the mango and the mind is the pineapple, and when they're aligned, the fruit salad is so blended and is creating this amazing blend between the two. No, the heart is the mango, and the mind is a table. I'm not very good with examples, but they're something completely different. And just because they operate in their own frequency space, in their own world, within their own plane of existence, it doesn't mean that alignment is not achieved or this coherence is not achieved. There's so many levels of order. And I think this breaking down of the model, the way I understood coherence to be, is allowing a lot more availability. A lot more availability even to the Five of Swords, right? The Five of Swords can be very uncomfortable. It's calling in change. And this time it's like, change is part of the coherence. Change is creating a higher level of coherence. Change is not incoherence, right? We think that, at least me, obviously, right? I'm still coming from this model of alchemy where first we have to deconstruct things through the tower, through death and rebirth, to come to this new level of order. And this new model that is building is saying, you're never coming out of order. You're never leaving alignment. You're never leaving the greater coherence just because you're changing. And so the judgment of change was so judgmental that we constantly had to meditate and create this illusory coherent, illusory alignment for our body to feel better, to feel grounded, to feel closer to God. But I see now, yeah, it was just this little pacifier. Here you go, body. Here you go, mind. Feel better for your meditation. And that's good. It's good to feel good. but we don't need it anymore. So that's why that's where I'm at with this. It's this talk pacified me enough where it's like, yeah, okay, I can be with this level of availability to this realm of whatever this new space is, and be comfortable with me not having to do anything in the change, right? To be to going back to last night, to just be concerned. By concerned, I mean focused, right? Because many times when we're concerned about something, that's where we place a lot of our attention, a lot of our effort. So it's not a negative thing. I'm just saying that I can now be concerned with being creative, being truly, yeah, I really like that. Just truly concerned with being creative, which then takes away this pressure of creating something towards a goal, creating something with a purpose, which then takes me out of just being creative. But when I'm concerned with being creative, all my attention, because it's kind of like the new worry, which is the Five of Swords, right? Is working with me. It's just a mind fuckery. This whole thing, right? It's just, how do we trick the mind into this greater alignment? If it's through good things like meditation, sweet alignment, sweet feelings of feeling great, or now it's like, can we trick it into being concerned with with being creative? It's just so funny, and we're constantly dancing with all these things into the next layer of illusion, and then the next layer of illusion, and then I don't know. So yeah, we arrived nowhere again. It's just so funny. But yeah, if you're here with me, thank you for just entertaining this space, I guess. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. Bye.